Alright, hi students, it's been a long time. Hope you are doing well at home. We miss you so much, the school environment misses you, the class misses you, but there's nothing we can do because of the pandemic right now. So we have resolved to use this means to see how you still continue to do your lessons. I hope you are staying safe, be safe at home, don't overplay, make sure you are using your time well. Attend to your books, attend to your studies, make sure you take every assignment that comes to you, very important. And the most important thing, wash your hands always and be safe. Alright, this is a computer class lesson for Jss2, and the topic for today is going to be information technology as a transformation tool. Alright, first of all, the first thing that we'll look at is information technology. What is information technology? Information technology is, most times it comes as an abbreviation. So if you see it in a lot of books, it comes as an abbreviation to you. You see it most times as ICT. Alright, so we'll look at ICT, what ICT is, what this acronym stands for, and what it entails. Now, ICT is an acronym for Information and Communication Technology. So in some places you see it as Information Technology, in some other places you see it as Information and Communication Technology. Basically, whenever you see Information Technology and Information and Communication Technology, they are more or less talking about the same thing. Alright, this topic says Information Technology as a transformation tool, and we have been able to establish that ICT stands for Information and Communication Technology. Now, Information and Communication Technology entails the use of computers and other information electronic gadgets to pass information, to pass and manage information effectively. What did I say? ICT entails the use of communication and other electronic gadgets to pass and manage information effectively. Like the name implies, information and communication technology generally is talking about communication and information. Okay, having established that, I think we'll go further to talk about these gadgets that are used to manage and pass information. Remember, we have said that ICT stands for Information and Communication Technology, and Information and Communication Technology entails the use of computers and other electronic gadgets to pass and manage information effectively. Alright, having established that, we'll go further to talk about as we look at information gadgets. Remember, in the definition we have said that computer and other communication gadgets. So let's look at these gadgets that are used to pass and manage information effectively. Alright. We are going to list a few types of ICT gadgets that help to make information passage and transmission effectively. Alright, examples of ICT gadgets include, number one, we have the telephone. Number two, we have the mobile phone. Number three, we have the satellite. Number four, we have the internet. Number five, we have the fax. Number six, we have the pager. Number seven, we have, there are a lot of them. We have the radio, yeah, I just remember that. We have the radio. and a lot of other ones. Let me stop here. Now, these are types of ICT gadgets. What do I mean when I call them ICT gadgets? All these gadgets can be used to transmit and manage information effectively. Of course, you know that your phones can be used at home to pass information, like you can use your phone to call somebody to give the person an information by voice, or you can also use your phone to type a text message and send the person information by what? By data, that's text. Now, remember I mentioned telephone here and I also mentioned mobile phone. In your previous lessons before now, I think I have explained the difference between the telephone and the mobile phone, but let me go through it again. The telephone is different from the mobile phone in the sense that the telephone is the landline phone that you have in your house. And the mobile phone is, as the name implies, mobile phone, it's the one that is mobile, you carry it along, like the GSM phones that we have. That's the mobile phone. So these are all ICT gadgets because they help the passage of information transmission to be managed and transmitted effectively. All right. Having established the types of ICT gadgets, we'll go further in our lesson to talk about the uses of ICT.
Action start.
All right, we are going to look at the uses of ICT. What are the uses of ICT? All these gadgets that have been mentioned here, how are they used? How are they of any use to us? Number one of the uses of ICT is that it is used for information gathering, processing, and distribution. Used for information gathering, Alright, number one says ICT is used for information gathering, processing, and distribution. You agree with me that these gadgets can be used to gather information, they can also be used to process information, and they can also be used to distribute information. For example, if I use my computer, I can use it to get information together, my system can help me to process it, and I can also send it out to various people in different locations with the use of this ICT gadgets. So without the use of this ICT gadgets, I cannot achieve that. So the ICT gadget makes it easy for you to gather information, process it, and also distribute it. Number two, the second uses of information of ICT is information management. ICT is used for information management. ICT is used for information management. Alright, now with the use of ICT gadgets, you are able to manage your information. For example, I have information that I don't want a particular group of people to hear it, or I don't want a particular group of people to have it. I just want a particular set of people to get this information. I can pass it to that number of people alone. Now, the use of these gadgets have made it so easy for us to manage information around us. So that is the second use of information. We move to the third one, uses of information. The third one says information security. Information security. With the use of ICT gadgets, you can secure your information. That's why in some of these platforms or in some gadgets that you have passwords, you have a lot of codes for you to be able to safeguard your information so that not everybody can get access to them. That's information security. Security, when you are able to safeguard a thing so that the people you don't want them to get that thing do not have access to it. Alright, information security. Number 4, use of ICT says communication. Communication. Alright, I know everybody will agree with me that information gadgets are used for communication. Of course, when you are passing an information to somebody, you have actually communicated with that person. Almost all the information gadgets are used as a means for communication. Number 5, the 5th use of information communication is timing and control. Timing and control. Timing and control. With the use of ICT gadgets, you are able to time your activities or time a particular message you want to get across to people, and you can also control it. Alright, now if throw your minds back to our lessons in your first year in Jss2 when we were doing information transmission. Now when you look at we had the modern methods and the olden methods. Now, under the olden methods, you could see that they were using means of transmitting information that were done with the natural means that were provided by God. Now, when you are using those means, you can't actually time the information, because how do you time an information that you write a letter to somebody by paper and send it to Lagos? You don't know the year it will get. It can get stopped on the way by anything there. So you cannot control the time it gets to the person. But when you put that side by side with the present gadgets that we have here, if I want to talk to somebody in Lagos, I just pick my phone, immediately the phone rings, in the next second I have passed the information. So somebody can just ask me, oh, have you given this message to your auntie that's in Lagos? I can boldly tell the person, no, alright, don't worry, I'll give it to the person in the next 1 minute. And I'm very sure of it because immediately I pick my phone and call the person, I have passed the information across. That is one of the uses of ICT, and that is one of the things that it's been able to do for us. So the 5th one says timing and control. Alright, having established that as the uses of ICT, we will move further to another part of this topic that says the advantages of ICT. The advantages of ICT. Advantages of ICT. Remember, when we say advantages, we mean the benefits, the good things, the good sides. What are those things that ICT does to us that is good? What is that thing that ICT does to the society that is good? How has ICT transformed the society positively? Remember, our topic says information technology as a transformation tool. Now, we are going to look at the positive transformations that ICT has given to our present society. Now, one of the benefits of ICT is speed. Remember the example I just gave? Speed. When you are making use of ICT gadgets, what you are very sure of is what? Speed. Immediately I send a message, in the next 5 seconds, it tells me delivered, and it has been delivered, and the person gets it. It's as simple as that. So information gadgets has helped us to pass information with a very high level of speed and accuracy. Now the second one says flexible interaction. Flexible interaction. Another advantage of ICT is that it's very, very flexible, very, very flexible. I don't want to talk to this person, I don't want to talk to him by voice, I want to use a medium, another medium to interact with the person, I can still use it. or I want the person to see how I am where I am. I want the person to see how I'm sitting, how I'm dressed, how I'm talking to the person. I do a video and send to the person. There are very different means of interacting with people when you are using ICT gadgets. That is an advantage. Another number 3 advantage is access to information. Access to information. With the use of ICT gadgets, we have access to information. Sometimes you are in a very remote place that on a very good day you say, how would I get this information across to myself? But with the use of ICT gadgets, and if you have your gadgets around you, you can get your information anywhere, anytime. So one of the advantages of ICT is that it gives us access to information. Remember, number 1, we've said that the advantages of ICT is speed. Number 2, we say it's flexible interaction. Number 3, we say access to information. Now, number 4, we're going to look at number 4 that says globalization. Globalization. Now, ICT has made the world to become a global village. What do I mean? The world is now connected to each other wherever you are with the use of the internet. Wherever you are, I can be here, I can communicate with somebody in the US, I can also communicate with somebody in anywhere, any part of the world. I can reach the person with the use of the internet. So ICT has helped the world to become a global village. Alright, the next one says timeliness. Timeliness. Like I was saying here, timing and control is the same thing that applies here. With the use of ICT gadgets, our informations or messages or data or communications of any kind can be done in time. Alright, the next one says effective human interaction. Alright, the next advantage of ICT says effective human interaction. ICT gadgets has helped us to be able to interact with our fellow human beings effectively. So we can either use one means of interaction or the other. It has done it in such a way that even the people that cannot speak, you can be talking with somebody that cannot speak. The person will be telling you what is in his mind because the person will be chatting with you. So it has given us so many diverse means of interaction. That is effective human interaction. The next advantage of ICT says innovation and creativity. Innovation and creativity. Now, ICT gadget helps us to be innovative and it helps us to be creative. Alright, the next one says media integration. Media integration. Now you can integrate media. What I mean when we say media integration is you can actually integrate these gadgets together and share resources. For example, an information that you have in your phone can be connected to a system and viewed through a projector. You can have a file in your phone and you can connect it to a system and send it to your system. And these days you can also connect your system to the laptop, and whatever it is that is in your system will be viewed in your laptop. You can leave your system somewhere in your house, but you can connect with it in another place to receive the data if whatever you have in that system is stored in the cloud. That is how well life has become easy with the use of ICT. So ICT has affected the human society positively in all of these ways. Number 1, we've said speed. Number 2, we say flexible interaction. Number 3, access to information. Number 4, we say globalization. Number 5, timeliness. Number 6, effective human interaction. Number 7, innovation and creativity. And number 8, media integration. Now you accept with me that